He, no, I think that's important because I mean, this what the men do. Like black men, I keep saying black men have been using these um tactics of dazing and confusing and manipulating us into helping them get to black male patriarchy. And I don't want to steal your point that we discussed,
No,
but I
just make the point. Like, you know, because I'm
I
gonna forget to say it.
I just think it's important the point you was making about how the black men are upset about them not being the reason these systems are how they are. So they spend a lot of time like trying to humble us. Um, and that's why they do. Like for them humbling us and putting us and getting us to what's the word I'm looking for? Them trying to get us to behave a certain type of way to make them
Hey,
feel
Mello.
good
Mm-hmm.
is a part of it. So I don't know. Like I can't remember exactly how you said it, but I do think that they humble us, and I do think it's because they're upset about the fact that they're not in control of this system, this version of patriarchy, and that they wish they were. So they spend a lot of time trying to humble women. And I'm saying in general, but
Thank you, Tabella.
even in relationships, what's up, y'all? Even in relationships, like Beyonce and Jay Z, because I was telling Tara and the other ladies about how I recognize that Jay Z, like Jay Z, cheated on Beyonce, and I feel like that is a prime example of the of how black men are like it's a ritual for them to humiliate us, and I think that that relationship is a perfect example that even Beyonce is subjected to this type of humiliation and humbling at her stardom, her beauty, how she's accomplished. This man was able to, wiggle his way in, manipulate her, get her in a relationship with him, all for him to publicly humiliate her as a way to humble her. And I just think that happens a lot.
Yeah, I think, and it goes along with again the conversation about the struggle, right? Because, I know like we say it's like all the men, but we do have some race specific issues, right? And there's this thing where like black women should never feel like, according to the men, it sounds like a black woman should never feel like she can be above all else. Like you could never feel like Beyonce can't feel like she that woman of the fact that she's this seen as this this like the her fandom and her like her career, like she has to be humbled by a man. He had to be the one to bring her down, and that's the thing about it. We see that all the time. We see like these black women we hold on a high regard, and the black men always do something to humble them. And the reason I was like, it got to be a race thing. Also, now I know it happens across whatever, but what I'm saying is there are a lot of black women who get in relationships with white men and they're not subjected to this type of humbling. And it's like some allegiance black men have to each other. And touch on what you were saying, Drika, it's because like whenever we talk about the system problems, like anything about the system, they immediately send us to the manager. Like, oh, white men did that. We didn't do that. They're resentful of the fact that they have to be in these nuclear families. They're resentful of the fact that they can't be the sole providers like they wanted to. Like they can't be the ideal of masculinity because of this caste system. So if they could have it the way they would want it, it would be like what polygamy. They would have multiple wives. They'd be able to have children by whoever, and like that would be their thing. But this whole thing about nuclear family, they can't do it in this society like white men can because who made the system up, and they take that resentment out on us. Because like we notice how like they are in cahoots with each other, like they're obsessed with each other. Even when we were talking about like the homophobia, like we were talking about earlier, Drika, talking about the homophobia and how we pointed out, and now we have men who been the most hyper masculine, homophobic, trying to knock us down a peg to support the same men they've been criticizing, and that shit don't make sense. Like something going on there.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. Do you want to let these people up?
Yeah, I'm gonna let them up, but you know they'd be a distraction. So I figured we could finish what we were saying. And the niggas is plentiful; they always show up. Like,
No, I agree, but no, I absolutely agree with you saying, and that's why I think that it's important for us to I know they're gonna make it about only relationships, but I think it's important to call out the behavior in the way that you did because it's based on their insecurity about where they stand. Because I love earlier when you said they was captured and forced into this. I fucking love that. And what we see and how us women are experiencing them is based on the fact that they're trying to get their lick back. And to me, trying to humble women is you trying to get your lick back. And then you get to simultaneously blame the YT man once you get caught, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's also like think of it as like a teenage girl hanging out with all of the boys in high school, and she think like, oh, I'm good, we homies or whatever, but they don't respect her, and any opportunity gonna disrespect her. They may violate her, right? That's the thing when it comes to like this whole black power, we in it together. Like we've been no fools sitting there like, yeah, it's all of us. No, 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 no. We get disrespectful. We get disrespected. We get nagged. The violence against us is rampant. But you know who got it strong for each other? Even though they unalive each other, the brotherhood, them niggas go back. They will go to bat for each other. They don't play about each other.
Yeah, they definitely don't play about each other, and that's why I think one of the ways that we see it too, Tara, I said this earlier, is like when you talk about how they are with Megan Thee Stallion and whatever that nigga name is, and the way in which they are about like a Beyonce, right? For them, they're getting off on the fact that Jay-Z is still with her and has humiliated her.
Can I start a new discussion real quick?
And they enjoy that, and I think that that's very telling. I think it's very telling of their brotherhood and what in which they support and how they go about doing it.
Yeah, because this is the thing. The way they disrespect Serena Williams, the way they like the insults or whatever, and the fact that she with the white man, he would never embarrass her that way. You just don't have to because that's how the power dynamics work. And people could be like, well, it's race or whatever, but like these niggas understand power dynamics and they want to execute it to its fullest. But that white man ain't never going to disrespect her the way a black man would. Like, we got to be honest about that.
Am I able to say something though?
You eager as a motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, I thought it was a discussion. I don't mean to disrespect nobody.
No, I'm just saying. I saw you in the comments. You was like, me, pick me. You up here. You off the mute. Like, it must be something groundbreaking shit you got to say.
I don't really agree with this.
Okay, we can get that, but tell us why you don't agree.
I wouldn't say black men are obsessed with humbling black women.
Mm-hmm.
Just off the fact that as a race, we're all humbled by everybody. I feel like if anything, this is more a black woman trying to humble a black man by putting this on there, as if white men or Mexican men or Indian men don't. Could you say it again?
Put you on where? You said putting you on where?
Putting me on, huh?
You said about putting y'all on there. On what? Thank you,
like
Princess.
this prompt, like the background photo.
Oh, the photo?
Yeah, like the prompt.
Hold up. So you disagreeing with the photo? You wasn't actually following what it was saying?
That the prompt, the words on the photo. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
No, you're not focused on the words. You focus on the picture. But like points were made before you was able to come up here. But you don't disagree with the discussion or anything we said. You disagree with the picture.
You're not listening. I said the prompt. The prompt is the words on the picture. The words are part of the picture, so I just said picture.
Okay, so what about the word? You say you disagree, and I asked you why. You said you put it on the background, and you start to focus on the picture.
No, that's not what I said. I stopped talking because you started talking. I didn't want to speak over you or anything.
All right, then don't. What's up, Mello?
Hey, I was tapping my life away and requested, so I figured I might as well ask. Why are men obsessed with humbling black women? I think because they know they ain't shit. And they crave and need someone to also not be shit. Just like them. They need it. They have no power in the world. They have no power in their house because they don't run their households. They need it. They crave it. They need it because they ain't shit. They need her to be not shit as well. I learned it.
Yo.
Thank you, Mello. Go ahead, Bender.
So,
hey, Felicity. Thank you.
I'm curious, who made this prompt? Was it you, the person that
Hold
was
up, real
speaking to
quick.
me earlier?
Hold up. Go ahead, Jeremy. How you doing?
How you doing? You good? How you doing?
I'm good. You want to respond to the prompt, sir?
Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie, honestly. I think it's just the vision too. And I get one question. If black men was the problem, why are black women the least married of all races? That's my only question.
But that's kind of the point that we're making, right? The reason why the black women are less married, or at least married, is because black men don't want to commit to the system as it is, right? Instead of overhauling the system, instead of doing something like coming together and collaborate resources, like it's bitching and whining, being a victim, and taking out on black women.
It's
So
all
like,
by design
yeah,
of the system. The American system are designed to put black people down, and it's always been division from the jump.
y'all, you say people. That's the
Well,
thing we learned. We hold on. We know that y'all don't actually have empathy for black women. So when you say people, you talking about yourself, which
I
is the
said
point that we're
black people.
making.
I said black people, black and woman, man and woman. Black people is as in a collective, not man and we can't separate black men, black women. We still black.
So if my thing is, if black men are so obsessed with humbling black women, why do y'all still want a black man?
Hold on, real quick.
Some
Nobody
shit is
wants you.
delusional.
Go ahead, Mr. Crunch.
I'd like to answer that for that dude. I think that they want to have a black baby. If you're black, you know you want a black baby, something that looks just like you. But anyway, I answered the prompt. I appreciate you letting me on. I hope everyone's doing good, drinking
Hold
water
on,
and
real
staying
quick
up.
though.
Yes, ma'am.
The birth rate is declining. We advocating for less babies, but go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know anything. All I wanted to say was thank you for letting me up. But why is every jaded black woman got a podcast on TikTok? This is crazy. Have a good day.
Hold on, real quick.
Oh,
Crunchy
you
follow me
running?
though. No. Crunch follows me. Like when I click on his profile and say follow back, he follows me and he come in here often. Clearly he liked the content and he a fan. I support the fans in the stands for real. Go ahead, Ace.
Hello, I'm
How you doing?
I'm all right. How's everyone on the panel?
Good.
Um, okay.
Hold on, did
I
you
come
follow
from
me and then unfollow when I made that point? That's
no, I
interesting. But
followed
go ahead.
you. I followed you.
Go ahead.
Don't
No, it's
kill
fine. It's
me.
cool.
You could see it's a heart says
No,
join.
it's fine.
I
No, go
wouldn't do
ahead.
that. Yes, I come from. I grew up
Thank
in
you,
I
Mello.
grew up in America. I came here very young, and my
Where you come
parents.
from?
I'm Haitian. My parents been married
Oh,
since back home. So my parents been married for 50 years. I'm 45.
oh
For
damn.
me, yes. For
Some old
me,
ass
have
people.
well, it is what it is. But for me, I would have to say this. I grew up with Generation X, and black women nowadays and when I was younger were more feminine versus now
Mm-hmm.
there's a masculine energy that black women bring to their home.
Hold on.
And
Tell,
my
tell us
biggest
what that
thing,
look like.
Very, very true.
my my thing is this. I know black women work in corporate
Thank you,
America.
Sabella.
Black women work in corporate America. They could listen to the white man very humbly. They take orders.
Damn, your mic gave out.
When they come home, they can be.
Hey, Ace, no disrespect. My bad. I don't mean to cut y'all off, but y'all are miserable and y'all are putting down black men, bro. That's
Yes.
not
What?
okay.
But hold
Hold
on
up, hold
one
up.
second. What?
Hold up.
I'm
But
sorry. I
hold
had a
up,
call coming
Ace.
in.
No, that's fine. But hold up real quick. So you saying that black women respect white men more than they do black men? Y'all not respected the same is what you saying?
100%. Because
I'm
why are
here.
black men in the
So,
prompt?
That's very true.
Hold
black
up.
women. I mean, I can I say something? Or you want me to hold on?
No, that's your question.
Yeah. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry. I had a call coming in. I
So we
rejected.
don't. You saying we don't respect y'all the same way we
No,
respect white men?
black women do not respect black women. Black women do not respect black men, and they don't respect the black man leadership. And I have to say something. Growing up here, I'm a dark skinned man. I started getting love when in high school because of my family's dynamic. That my parents came here with a little money. I was able. My mom bought me a car at an early age. We have we have colorism in our culture, which is a serious problem. Like black women now want mulatto babies.
Hold on. Before we go into the colorism, sir, I'm gonna validate you. We don't fucking respect y'all. But the thing is, well, why? Why don't we respect y'all the same? We can't come in like we get it. Like that's why y'all gotta use examples. Like nobody's gonna
I
argue
could
that we
exemplify
respect
things for
y'all.
you. I could
Okay, there you
exemplify
go.
it. Okay.
Y'all
For
need to quit watching
instance,
them Tyler Perry movies, man.
for instance, like I've I've dated women. Once a black woman starts attaining $150,000 a year, she no longer she thinks she got it all figured out.
So when a woman has independence, you no longer use it against
It's
her, right?
economic does not make you independent.
Yeah, no. Having access to resources on your own give you a different level of freedom. You're right.
It doesn't because the reality is this that
No,
from
for
what I
real. No. We hear what you're saying. As black women, if you make a certain amount of money, right, you ain't got to
Mhm.
answer to nobody. You like you can defend for yourself. You're more independent. Yeah, you can't play games with that woman like that. I think
I
it's not
mean,
that's
about
unfair.
games.
that's
It's not about
a poor argument. Like, man, like we want black women to be independent. We want that. That's a poor argument.
nobody's saying that we don't want. Hold on. I'm not
Yeah.
You
saying
gotta
that
wrap
I
it up,
don't want.
bro. We
I
got more
don't.
people up here.
Hold on. Let me elaborate a little bit because I don't want to be the one only speaking on the panel. I'm not against black women working in the workforce. What you do for a living when you come home, if we're dating, you're my wife. That's your role changes.
What does that mean?
That means if you're married to me, whatever money you make, it's not relevant to our marriage because we're building together. Black women is purely
Building what?
soloed.
Building what though?
Black women,
Building
if we're
what?
married, we're building an empire together.
Empire.
So
What
you do
empire? Where are the
50-50?
empires? Hold on. Where are the empires?
Well, I have a lot of friends that build with their
Are you
wives, and
married?
they're doing pretty good.
Are you married?
Yes,
You have an empire?
That's a figure of
I mean
speech.
I would.
Don't
It's not literal, but it's a figure of
Okay,
speech
all right.
where
We
two
can move
people.
on. You don't have an empire. Go ahead, Jay.
I don't believe in empires.
To kind of go back on what he was talking about, as a woman that has worked in corporate America and as the younger generation, I feel like it's not the fact we don't respect men. I feel like like you said, once we get into a certain position, men are intimidated by women. So it's like they feel comfortable being more respectful to a woman that's lesser than or the woman of the opposite race. So it's not the simple fact like we are mean to y'all when we come home. It's just no fact. What are you doing to benefit me? What are you doing to help me? What
Thank
are
you,
you doing to
Patrice.
grow the empire that you are mentioning?
I think it's
But if
vice
that's the
versa.
mentality,
Hold up. Joe, I'm gonna drop you. Keep interrupting. Go ahead, man. Finish what you were saying. Was you
I can speak.
done?
If that's the
Hold on, no.
mentality of y'all being
Oh
so
yeah, it's open.
independent, what's the
Hold
point of
on.
coming home to
All right,
somebody
go
not just
ahead.
being independent?
Hold up. Nobody wants to go home to anybody. Go ahead, voice.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up?
Why are black men obsessed with humbling black women? I do strongly believe this
Y'all are
is
miserable, bro.
me being non-biased, by the way. I believe it's pride. You know, men being able to have most of the control in the world, and then the moment that
Thank
women
you.
and all women started, you know, voting for, I mean, not voting because they couldn't vote, being able to come back and say we need to take care of each other. We want to have the rights to vote, have the rights to ourselves. So no men were really involved in this situation. You take that, and then all the way now to the working force of women, not a lot of black men, and I'm sorry to say this, but not a lot of black men protected a lot of black women upbringing in life as far as being parents, as far as being able to hold it down. So women learn to fend for themselves. And now that women learn to fend for themselves, they become a lot stronger mentally, physically, and more capable than a lot
So
of
what you
men
talking about
these days.
resiliency? Yeah, we're
Yeah, you
more
got it,
resilient.
100%. Yeah, and because of that, men and this is the bad part because men say, well, we want a woman that's going to be able to stay at home and do all this, that, and the third. But women have already built themselves up to a point where that's not necessary. And even though some women might be okay with being able to stay home and hold it down, not a lot of men do better than a lot of women that actually are good men. So it's like,
Yeah, that's
what's
a
the reason
yeah.
why
That
I'm
went.
trying to get it hold it down? Like, you want me to be a stay-at-home wife? Cool, prove it. And then you try to get a man to prove it, and he can't prove it, and you're like, okay, you wasting my time. So I think it's a lot of men that have a thought process of thinking that women need to be brought down a ledge when really it's just that men don't have the ability to adapt currently to prove that they are worthy of being
But see,
leaders
here's the
and building
thing.
empires.
Here's the thing. A lot of women in a situation regret it, right? Because the crazy part to me is that in your mind, y'all can't wrap your mind around the fact that black women, are way more resilient than y'all.
Yeah,
Because we gotta be. Right?
yeah,
We're not coddled by society like y'all, and we also don't have privilege like y'all do. The fact that men come to women's faces bitching and complaining, want to be a victim because that's how y'all get your emotional support is a problem. Because like, why would somebody want to be a stay-at-home mother for somebody who's not reliable? Y'all are not a reliable group of people.
that's true. And I mean, even if
Can
you ask any
what
man,
you
What?
did
I bet
wrong?
100. Watch
Can
this.
I say
But hold
Even
up,
if
real
something?
you
quick.
ask,
Hold
hold
up,
up.
hold up, hold up, hold up. But hold up. I want to focus on a humbling aspect because it's not just a like, oh, this is what somebody background noise. Who can take
Can
care
I?
of who? Hold up. No, shut up for a second. The thing is, like, we got to be honest about the fact that y'all don't want to see women at peace. You don't want to see a black woman relaxing, like feeling comfortable in her space. It's like y'all obsessed with dysregulating our nervous system. Like you could be sitting there having a good old time, enjoying yourself. He gonna do something to fuck your life up, and y'all obsessed with doing that because y'all allegiance to each other and like lowering the expectations for y'all. Like y'all put yourself in that box, and it's interesting because like y'all proved a point time and time again. Like black women cannot be at peace. You can't just be in it like, oh, I found a man, I'm in a relationship, and we're going to be good because y'all always want us to feel lower because of you how you feel about yourselves. Y'all can respond one
Like,
person at a
if you
time.
ever sat there and said like, what is
What purpose
modern
do a
day?
black man got?
If you ask any man today, what reason would you have to have an issue with any woman as of today? Most of them are going to bring up any issue that has nothing to do with themselves having any issues with being a
Can,
leader, etc. It's always going to be, well, women do this and women do that. And that's not men being a fixer. You're trying to fix something versus realizing what something is. And that's not really what the times is right now. You know, we're good at fixing things, cool, but you can't, just like you can't raise a man, you can't fix a woman. Like that's something that you need to get behind your head.
can I
Why
say
can't we
something?
raise a man?
No, a woman can't raise a man. We're not even going to entertain that. But to get to the core of
Who would
this,
want to?
Exactly. That's
you
the point.
can't.
You shouldn't
You
have to
can't.
raise a man.
Period.
Yeah, like you can't
It's
raise
not
a man.
debatable. You can't raise a
Hold on. Y'all
man.
gotta let people finish. But hold on, real
Okay,
quick.
but
Can y'all tap
the
the screen? Hold on.
the
Wait a
reality
second,
is,
Ace. Hold on. I know you can hear me. Y'all tap the screen. Let's get past 10K. If y'all haven't already done so, send y'all heart me. Support the live, y'all. Go ahead, Ace. Finish what you were saying. You got unmute.
Hell no.
I don't know what's up with everybody's background. Y'all got background noise.
Hey, you got.
I
I'm
guess you.
trying to. I want to see what he trying to like. I'm like, he been butting in. I want to know what he gonna say.
hello. Let me
Okay,
say,
go
Yeah, go
ahead.
ahead.
let me
Go
say
ahead.
this real quick, and then I'm gonna be quiet. Black women predominantly come from dysfunctional homes where they were raised by grandmothers and their mother, telling them they don't need a man. Secondly, they overcompensate on the masculine side, so it makes them less desirable. But that same black woman, when she accepts the white man as superior. When she marries a white man, she humbles down. She's feminine, and she play her role. So
Hold up, real
black
quick
women,
though. Hold up, real quick. Cause you said we raised by our mothers and grandmothers, right? And then like there's this distrust with the men. But my question is, where's the daddy and the granddaddies at?
Boom.
okay, good question. If you knew in the 60s and the 70s, in order for black women, the system destroyed the black home, the black structure. In the 60s, 70s, for a black woman, for a sister to get welfare, she booted the man out the house. That was the
Yeah,
only way
but
she would
I
get
but here
she
so
would
here's the
get social
thing.
services.
So no, hold on, I hear what you're saying. So what you're saying when I hear that, what I hear y'all saying is those black women, when they looked at their means of survival, when they look at their resources, they said it was better off with welfare than having a man in their house. So like, how is
Mhm.
it that y'all was a how is it that welfare was good enough to get y'all out the house? Like how like
Okay,
you
can
understand?
I
Listen
address
what I'm
it?
saying. Listen what I'm saying though. One, you got put out the house, so it wasn't your house. That's one and first and foremost,
Yep.
because you can't get put out your own house. So it was her house, and she put you out because of welfare. And we know welfare is not a lot of money. A lot of that, and some of those food stamps they had to pay to get in the beginning. But why would a woman tell you to get out for a $200 check a month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead.
What happened is black people don't own boats.
No, 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 no,
You have
no. Answer my
hold
Oh,
on.
that's too
question.
far.
Let me
Answer.
finish,
No,
darling.
no.
I'm
Let
answering
some.
your
Let.
question.
No, no.
Black men was functioning. You had tradesmen, plumbers. Our community was functional.
So why did the
They
plumber get put
introduced.
out for
Hold
food
on, let me
stamps?
finish. You have to let me get to land the plane. In the introduction to destabilize the black community, drugs was introduced.
Who sold those? Who
What was
sold
that?
them?
Oh,
Who
I'm
sold
explaining.
those? Oh, no, 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 no. It's not hard. Who sold those?
Who sold them? The Jews.
No, 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 no.
You asked
Who
the
was
question. I
outside? No,
answered
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no. Because you're not being
Yes,
honest. When
I'm
we
being
looked outside,
honest.
out. No, no,
No,
no,
you.
Ace. Thank you, Manny. When we looked outside the corner, when we heard the pews outside, you had people laying on the floor in the household because it was scary. Motherfuckers didn't want to go outside. Who was outside doing that? Because you can't say, oh, it was somebody else, and then y'all also want to come and neg us and be like, oh, y'all wanted the Pookies and Ray Rays in the community, so y'all know Pookie and Ray Ray was in there selling it. But when it's to your benefits, like, no, Pookie and Ray Ray wasn't out there selling it. Like, we was upstanding, we was wearing suits and shit, and they bought in food stamps, and y'all just took the food stamps and kicked out. None of that makes sense, sir. None of it.
They don't.
And it's interesting, Tara, because I was.
We don't have boats.
Hold on, hold
Excuse
on.
me.
You talking about both? This the thing. They do not. He's not going to answer that. And instead he gonna try to humble you here, because that's what he tried to do when you was like pushing back. Like, no, like, let's be clear. He's trying to take this moment right now to humble and like try to deflect from what you're talking about. Whatever the reason, boats, planes, whatever the reason for them coming into the community, whatever lie y'all tell yourself, nobody made you sell it. Nobody made you unalive the children. Nobody made you pew pew indiscriminately. Nobody made
And
you do
nobody
that.
made you lay down with the men you laid down with, but yet you.
And nobody made you lay down with the men you lay down with either. But here we are. That's why we have a epidemic now, because you was laying down with men and goats and shit. So mute up and let me finish speaking. I think that it's interesting that they can't
Thank you,
even.
Dex. Thank you,
I think
Mello.
it's interesting that they can't even name who was selling and doing the pew pew and Tara. I find that very, very interesting. And just now, the other gentleman who came off the mic trying to humble us, trying to hold us accountable for the men that's in the community who are responsible for their own actions. Whomever is laying with them are not responsible for the fact that they unalive in the community. They're not responsible of that. That's not their responsibility. It's the man, the black man, who decided to do it, and that's y'all problem. Nothing is ever y'all fault. It's never your responsibility. Y'all don't never want to talk about the things in which y'all are doing and partaking in, ever.
I would
Who
like
raised
to
those
Yeah,
black
I
address,
want to
boys?
like,
add to
Hold up,
that.
real
Hold on a
quick.
second,
Hold up,
brother.
real
Let me ask you a
quick.
question.
Hold
Who
up.
I want to add
those
to
Hold
men?
up, we're gonna, you're not gonna dominate the mic. And the thing is, y'all can put together and get a tugboat. I don't know why y'all keep talking about like you ain't got a boat was crazy. Go ahead, voice.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you,
wanted
Jam.
to add to that because it's like black men typically when we already seen as a community we are able to take over something, dominate it, and kill it. You know what I mean? Like we have the means, we've always had it. But it feels like when black men sat there and they ended up doing something. I mean, cool. You took on the drugs. You felt like it was nowhere to go.
Hold on, watch what you saying. One take
Yeah,
time.
you're right. My apologies. You took
And Ray,
on
you
what
next.
you took on whatever was brought to the community, and you didn't. And instead, you took that and you ran with it, and instead of worrying about what was at home and doing the right thing, we ran with that and then made it a big thing, like it was some kind of glorified way of making means, ends meet. It wasn't a good idea and it wasn't great. So later on, when you said earlier, where was the men and the grandpas? You know what I mean? Where are the men and the grandpas? We got to take accountability by the fact that we weren't there. Even though it was a reason why, it's still the fact that we weren't there. We men are supposed to be fixers. There's a problem, go fix it. Stop blaming
Yeah,
other
because I'm
people
gonna
for
I'm
that.
gonna just say this. Because the thing about human behavior is a pattern. We literally can look at the same collective group behaviors repeat over and over again, right? And for you to say
Yep.
that, like, food stamps and welfare kick the man out the house, then in 2026, why the men still ain't in the house? See what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly. You know what I
you
mean?
can't say
Yeah.
somebody keeping you out of the house, and then in present day we see the men walking away from families.
If you take away the past, and matter of fact, if you bring the present right now, if you can ask any man, what's the problem with women today? I bet 100. The only thing they're gonna say is women are a problem because they do this, instead of saying, well, because men typically don't, fit a certain agenda, or we're not in a certain place in life, we are unable to, make a woman feel like they can trust us to be leaders. It's not a lot of men that can say
Yeah,
that, because that's the end
yep,
result. If we do want to say, I want to take a girl home and I want her to be my wife, I need to be able to present myself in a way that makes it look like that I not just look like, but it consistently is. I can take care of things. I got you. But that doesn't mean just stay at home, be a wife. Go do your thing. What goals do you have? What aspirations do you have? If you just want to be a stay at home wife, cool. If you want to go to school and do something, cool. If you want to be a nail tech, cool. Like whatever it is that you want to be what you want to be. But let me hold it down and lead you towards that direction
yeah,
without
and we don't
expectation.
have that. We
Yeah,
don't
and
have
that's the
that.
problem.
And
It's
you're a man
leadership.
too, so you understand. Yeah, there's no leadership. There's no providers. That's not happening. Fun fact: women who earn more money than the men that they live with experience more abuse. So
Yeah.
there go your nail salon right there. What's up, Ray?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm just gonna answer the prompt, not really answer
Mm-hmm.
anything anybody else has said. But I will say I feel like I'm just gonna go off of American men. I feel like Black American men have been I know that they have responsibility towards Black women, and I feel like they subconsciously know that too. But I feel like they've been conditioned and brainwashed to feel a certain type of way about Black women. I feel like
Where
in this
you
country,
from?
like I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
But
I'm just saying, like, I'm not caping for these niggas that ain't shit, but I'm just saying, like,
mhm.
just like the dude from Haiti in the Caribbean, them niggas doing the same thing with the West African, the black men doing that shit everywhere. But go ahead.
I feel like all the things that Black men have been through in this country alone with the white man, I think they've just been brainwashed to feel like Black women, anything that comes from them is not good. So, and Black women come from them. So the white man has conditioned them to think, our daughters are good and your daughters are bad and your sons are thugs and all of these things. And so I think subconsciously Black men still carry that. And so they have less patience for Black women. They don't see Black women the way the rest of the world sees Black women because let's be honest, Black American women are everything. Like, let's be for real. Like, we're the biggest trendsetters in the world. Everybody copies everything Black women do. So the rest of the world knows what we look like and who we are. I just think we've been brainwashed to not see that
I think it's
anymore.
a little big. I think it's a little bigger than that. One, I'll just say that. Damn, what was the point I was about to make? Drake and I was talking about like the fact that we live under like the white man's patriarchy, but like even our ancestors lived amongst the patriarchy, right? And like the black men, like they romanticized like these polygamous communities that they was living in. Like always all figured out, not understanding like those men was a problem too. The women were doing a lot of labor. And the reason why they don't like this system because it's not set up for them to win, right? And oh, that's what I was gonna say. We don't come from them; they come from us first and foremost. Um, and their reason for wanting to dominate us, whatever it may look like, just it doesn't matter why, because they're always saying like, "Oh, is the white man doing X, Y, and Z?" It just shows that they're not safe. But go ahead, GA's like,
Finally, my turn. Hi, Tara.js. How are you?
well,
Uh, good, good. Always good to hear. Um, I don't think black men are obsessed with humbling black women. In fact, I don't think black men try to humble black women at all. Well, I ain't gonna say not at all, but for the most part, black men aren't out here trying to humble black women simply because they don't give a fuck. They don't care what you're doing. They view you as less than already, so humbling you would be counterintuitive to their views. If I think you're less than, humbling you makes no sense. And I think that's where black men are. They see black women as less than, and from a position of authority or a higher position within a social hierarchy, you don't need to be humbled. You're already down there.
Yeah, it's interesting because as many circle jerks have you witnessed, and like you literally can find a plethora, like plenty of like the podcast bros, random men who come on the panels, like anywhere you go, like they're definitely obsessed over us. To think that black men are not obsessed with us and they just doing their own thing is wild assertion. You know that's not true. That's crazy. And it's like, oh, you saying we need to be, we just being humble, but we're persevering, right? When it comes to the wage gap and our earnings, like it's not a big gap between us. So it's like it's not like, oh, we just humbled and we ain't worried about y'all. No, we persevering. The men are in their feelings about it, and they're doing their best. They're doing it, trying to humble with us actively. So I don't know. That wasn't a strong point at all, but maybe next time. What's up, Muni?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I'm just gonna answer the prompt. I would say that I do believe that a lot of black men do this, whether it's like micro or like in a macro way. I feel like they do this because like in society, like black women are on the totem pole, they're lower than, right? And so for years, people feel like, and I feel like a lot of people feel like at some point, okay, black women are this, black women are that. And because we're beating certain stereotypes and we're leveling up, whether that's financially or in the educational field or mentally, I think a lot of people don't like the evolution, especially because we're seen as lower. So when people see that, they start kind of like moving black women up. And so what is above black women, it would be black men. And so where that gap is,
What do you mean? What do you mean they moving black women up though?
in the sense of like society, right? So
No.
someone earlier was talking about like how like black women like set trends and stuff like that. And so I feel as though that whether it's educationally or in the sense of setting trends, if you want to go in that route in society, I feel as though that if you are surpassing certain amount of stereotypes, that there's no room for you to say or question a certain group of people, whether
I'm not
that's
really
in
sure.
education.
You're not really articulating your point well. But I will say this: nobody's uplifting black women. The things that black women are achieving is a again, like I said, it's resilience, right? It's persevering despite the system set up a certain way. And the fact is, like, a lot of us are not dependent on men to do it. So it's not anybody letting anything. Like,
No,
it's a
I'm
lot
not
of hard
saying
work
I'm
and
not saying
labor.
black women lack anything. What I'm trying to say is in a simple way. All I'm trying to say is in society, black people were looked down upon. But being that we surpass certain stereotypes, we are now looked at as wow, like they're doing big things. And so that shocks a lot of people. And they're in society because we were looked at as lower and we're surpassing these things. We're doing great things in the world. A lot of people have a problem with that. And so there's guilt
So
in
when you say
that.
people, who do you think the people
I would say, like, in this sense, if we're looking at society, black women were looked at as lower. And so above black women, you would have to see black men. And then above black men, there's lighter skin POC people. And then above that, it's white people. You get what I'm
are? So
saying? But
let me
specifically,
explain.
like,
But I want to explain this dynamic, right? So, whether people realize it or not, women are the ones who do the labor, right?
no,
Men.
100%.
No, I'm trying to make a point. Hold up. So even like men who are successful, like there's a woman there doing a lot of labor to help elevate them. The men are not just doing it on their own, right? So it's just the thing when it comes to like the lifting up and who would have a problem with it is literally the black men who have a problem with it when they say stuff like, "Oh, y'all working for the white man" or whatever, because they don't have the resources that apparently we need to survive. The reality is like they are the ones who want to like humble us.
But
They are
that's
the
what
ones
I'm
that want to
saying.
knock
That's
us
basically
down.
what I'm
And
saying.
I know I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you. I'm saying they're doing it because they want to benefit from our labor. That's the whole thing. It's not because they care. It's not because they feel like they want to benefit from our labor the way they see other demographics of people.
But I also think it's a guilt thing, right? So if you see Black women doing well in education, I've heard a lot of like Black men say, I don't care about your education. But if you were to go out in the world and socialize with other people, that question never comes out of other people's
Yeah,
backgrounds
that's
and
them
like
hating.
different
Yeah,
things. That's
that's because
that's
they
exactly what I'm
hating.
saying.
Yeah,
So it's
but
like
that's what I'm
it's
saying. It all goes back to the humbling. They're
yeah,
obsessed with humbling
100%.
us.
And that's why I agree with you in that sense. And I feel like it's kind of odd because it's like I'm not necessarily from America. I moved here when I was younger.
That's
I'm
what I was
from
asking where
East
you're
Africa.
from.
Yeah, I'm from East Africa. And my dad is Arab. So it's like when I hear about like certain things in America, I kind of like look at it like, damn, this is like kind of sad because it's like
Yeah, but
I feel like we should all be
but
getting.
Yella, I get what you're saying, but like, y'all got your own problems to be worried about. Let's go to ball. You want to say something?
Hello. Can you hear me? I
Yeah,
don't know
we
my
hear
mic.
you.
All right, so I was saying I heard Ray's point on basically saying like the women are the trendsetters nowadays, and how I think this was the host that said black men are obsessed with black women. So I took a look at your page, and I looked at your
Oh, you a
content, and yes,
fan?
no,
So
I'm
you a
not a fan.
fan?
Now I'm
No,
trying
no,
to tell you,
hold on. You went and studied me. I
no,
love it. Like I appreciate the
look,
engagement. I really don't need a synopsis of who I am. I already know.
look,
That's not what the conversation is about.
no,
Hold
no,
up.
that's not what
No,
I'm
no, no,
telling
no.
you.
Divert all fan mail to my inbox. What's up, Sky?
What's going on with you? How you feeling, Shar?
What's up, Shaw?
What's going on with you?
What you want to say about the phone?
Let's say why are black men obsessed with humbling black women, basically bringing y'all down to the level y'all need to be at. That's the question, right?
Says the nigga with the struggling hairline, but go ahead.
Damn, I mean, I didn't say nothing bad about you. That's crazy work though.
No, you good.
Why
Keep
you gotta
going.
be like that? Why you gotta be like that though? I don't
No,
even
no,
know
don't
you.
get distracted. Don't get distracted.
What? Don't get distracted.
Mm-hmm.
You purposely try to distract me by doing that though. That's crazy. But anyway, let me get back to it, right? You know what I'm saying? Say why are black men obsessed with humbling black women? Hey, look here, right? You know who Daryl Green is? Let me ask you that.
Hold on, we're not doing fun facts. Do you want to answer the conversation
No,
or no?
I
No,
just
just
got a
make your
question.
point. Make your point. We're not doing fun
Okay,
facts,
so
sir.
this guy named Daryl Green, right? He's a Washington Redskin football player. I'm a Washington Redskin fan. I'm here in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a Redskin fan, football player.
You said
He's
that
a football
already. Make
player.
your point, sir.
So he did this study, right?
The
And you got
football
the
player
perfect.
did a study.
He did a study, yes, because he's like a
The football
PhD.
player. The
The,
football player. Did he release the paper? It got
yes, he
published.
did. Yes, he
What
is.
was the name of the article?
I'm not sure, but I
Okay,
seen it.
so was he the only one? Was there other people who was participating in the study? Who financed
So
it?
check this out, right? What he did was this. It was a study done about the women
Thank you,
from.
Classy.
It was a study done with the women from the 60s and the 70s, and I think
He
the
did a
80s
study
as
on
well.
women from the 60s and 70s.
He did a
How old is this
study,
man? How old
and
is he?
so he did a
How
study on
old
the
is
women
he?
from the 60s and the 70s,
How
right? Because
old
the
is
70s.
he?
Well, I think it was the
How old
70s
is
and the
he?
80s,
How
right?
old is he? How old
You
is
gotta
he?
let me finish, man. You
No,
gotta
no,
let
no,
me
no. He
finish.
can't. Hold
You
up.
gotta let me
No, no,
finish.
no. Hold on, no. Because to
Look,
do an
so he did
actual
a study.
study on
He did a
somebody,
study.
he
He
will
did a
be able to
study.
collect qualitative and quantitative data in real time. If he's not doing that, then that's not him doing a study on these people. Gotta get your words together.
Hey, so are you gonna let somebody come up here and let them talk, or are you just gonna interrupt them?
Hold on, you can pause. I told you, you wasn't saying shit. Go ahead,
Bitch, you
Sky.
need to
Finish
shut
saying
the
what you were
fuck up and let
saying.
niggas talk.
Not you want to humble me. Not you come up here to make the point. Go ahead, Sky.
What you mean,
But
go
you're,
ahead, Sky?
but you're,
If you want me to go ahead, just shut the fuck up.
So y'all mad. I bet y'all want to circle jerk with each other. Now you in
No,
your
they do.
feelings.
They
They
upset
do, real
how.
Not
bad.
you finna
Ooh wee.
bully. That's cool. Like,
but I'm
Y'all
saying,
want
how
no?
can you say
Hold
that? But
up.
most of
I'm gonna
your
get. Hold
content
up,
is
y'all.
downgrading men, though. That's literally your content. That's all your
Cause
content
she a
is.
mad hoe.
That's all your content. Like I've looked. That's what I was going through with her page. That's all of her content is downgrading black men. Like I've never seen you post anything about uplifting black women, but you're up here trying to be like, oh, let's uplift black women. Why don't we start with you? You're a black woman, right? Why aren't we starting with you?
okay, so instead of cussing her
Hold
out,
up. This
uplift
no. Let
her.
them. No. Let them circle jerk. Let them get it out. Go ahead, Corey.
That's what I'm asking. How can you be like black men should do this, that, and the third, and you're a part of the problem?
Go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I just wanted to say, you know when it's fuck, bitch. You need to let the nigga talk. That's it. You can kick me or whatever. Have some respect, ho.
That's it. That's all
But
y'all
y'all
got.
proving her
That was
point.
anticlimactic.
No, I'm asking. Most of your
No,
content
hold
is
up.
downgrading black
Hold
men,
up.
though.
Okay.
Right or
Again, like I
wrong?
said, I know, sir. I know what my content is. You're not telling what the conversation is.
Hello.
Hey, Lynn.
Hi y'all. I
Hey.
missed Drink Alive earlier.
Hey, twin.
I missed it too.
How y'all doing today?
Good. I want to hear what these angry ass niggas is normal.
Not y'all angry the day before the white tea man holiday. Y'all gotta come on now. Come on. What the hell?
But what was funny was dude talking about you could kick me. Like they be wanting to get kicked. They be wanting to say they shit. They want to get kicked so
That's why he's
bad.
still sitting there
No,
looking dumb.
that's what y'all hoes be
He's
doing, man.
dumb
Y'all
on the
should be cussing
panel.
at
That's
me. Say some
funny.
real shit.
He oh.
He,
Oh, Tita Booty, you mad little thinking booty. You mad, think about the booty.
Hey,
You
act like a grown
why you
mad,
ass
so
think
woman,
about
y'all.
the
aggressive?
booty.
Is you 14 or something?
You,
Is you in
you
high school?
mad, think about.
You grown
You
ass woman. Come
mad,
on.
thinky booty
Ain't
booty.
nobody mad at your
You
ass.
mad, think
I
about
just
the
find your
booty.
ignorance funny as fuck. I want to call
You
that shit out
mad,
on
think
live.
pookie bear. You mad, pookie dookie
Anyways,
butt.
y'all need to focus on these racist ass niggas
You
in these
mad.
comments. Y'all
You mad,
focus
big
on each other.
man.
Y'all white people in these
You
comments
mad,
talking
big
shit.
boy. Be a big boy. Be a big boy on this panel. Come on. Be a
You
big
done?
boy, stink a bud. Come on.
Why are you embarrassing yourself like that?
Stink a booka butt.
What is you doing? Come on.
Not you finna cry.
Nobody's what you
Tighten
talking
up,
about.
twin. Tighten up.
Right.
I sound like
You
I'm
you
finna
mad
cry?
that man. In the
Yeah, because the thing
man.
is,
Man, y'all
he's
just
a
proving these white.
coward.
Y'all just
Not
proving these
a.
white people
I'm gonna
right. Like,
mute
what
you
did
because you
y'all
don't have no
doing?
respect for yourself. He a coward. Instead of him saying his shit and running off like a bitch that he is, he's trying to sit up here and get somebody to drop him. Like that's coward shit. Like that's crazy. That's why she negging you like that. Because you had it. Listen, jump off the ship. What the fuck you up here for? Like nobody cares. Nobody feelings hurt because anything you said, sir. Go on get. But you're too scared to run. That's the crazy part. Go ahead. I'm giving you permission. Run
You the big
off.
man.
Scram.
Him the
I'm done.
big man. Him the big
Anyways,
man.
y'all
You gonna
proving
sit
these white people right.
here.
Like,
The big
y'all literally
man.
proving
The
they
big
point. They calling us ratchet and
boy.
shit. And y'all
It's
acting like
okay.
little ass
It's
kids.
okay.
Grow up,
It's
bro,
Not
so we can fix our
okay.
respectability.
grow
He
up
wanted
so
us
we
to
can
be on our
fix our
best. He
community.
said, "Be on your
Listen to
behavior
what
before
I'm
white
saying though. Grow
people."
up so
He
we
said,
can fix our
"Behave
community,
yourself."
nigga.
It's
Hold up.
okay. It's okay,
He
big
said, "Y'all need to
man.
be." No, he's saying, "Be on your best behavior in front of these white folk."
Nah, I'm
Y'all
saying
looking bad. No,
go
no,
against
no,
the
no. Good old
stereotypes.
respect.
Go against the
No, no,
stereotypes.
no,
Don't put
no,
words.
no, no. Wait, there white people watching. He
No, no,
embarrassed.
no, no.
Y'all
Don't
be
put
on
words
your
in my
best
mouth, little mama.
behavior. That's what you
Don't put words in my
saying.
mouth.
Okay,
It
big
seemed a little black
man.
to
Big
me in
man, can
here.
auntie talk? Can Titi talk? Can Titi respond to the prompt?
Are you
Thank
done?
you. That's a big boy. That's a big boy moving up. Go ahead. Titi so proud of you. Him so big. Okay. Why are black men obsessed with black humbling black women. I think it's projection.
Because y'all act like this. You just
And
saw
I
how you
think
just acted right now.
big man, you know, talk over TT. Let
Just
TT
responding to your question,
talk.
TT.
Let
My bad,
TT
TT. I'm just
talk.
responding to the question,
Okay,
TT. My
the
bad,
grown
my
folks
bad, my
talking.
bad.
Go ahead, mute up.
Continue. You can continue. My bad.
You can
Continue.
disagree, but
I'm
go
not
ahead and
disagreeing.
mute up. Let me finish my point, and then you can disagree like a
Talk,
big
talk.
man. Thank you. Okay.
You're
I
welcome.
think that it's projection, and I think that it's based on them living in a perpetual state of self-loathing.
Thank you,
And
Marquina.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like I want to feel bad for black men real bad. Like I really want to have a level of empathy for y'all, but like not in this state, no, because y'all gotta do something. Y'all want us to help y'all want us to give our light to help y'all shine, but y'all don't want to do nothing on y'all own. And like the perpetual state of self-loathing and just being in a place where you give up and feel like bare minimum is enough, that's on y'all. I you know what I'm saying? But like they want to humble black women because they want them to be in the same spot as them. Like we can't go too far ahead of them, because if we go too far ahead of them, it makes them look bad. And that's a problem. In reality, y'all should be cheering us on. And I think that will help y'all like feel better as men. Like if y'all were the type of men who like cheerleaded and was like, damn, I'm proud of black women. They don't give a fuck what people say about them. Like they're gonna go get educated. They're gonna wear their hair how they want to wear it. They're gonna change. They're gonna like adapt to situations. Like if y'all was actually proud, I think that would help y'all. But you know, anti-blackness.
What is there to be proud of, bitch? My bad, but I'm just saying. Nigga, who can be proud of you? Who can be proud of your ass? Be for real. You just making all that childish ass shit on.
Go ahead, Skywalker.
Don't mute me, bitch. I'm just saying the facts. Like
But you
on
just
some
so
real.
aggressive. Like you came in here aggressive. You talking to everybody aggressive.
No,
You
no,
just
no. Hold
aggressive.
up.
That's just
No,
how.
no, no.
That's just
It's
how I talk.
Skywalker turn. Go ahead, Skywalker.
Yeah, thank you. So I just feel like with this prompt, why are black men obsessed with humbling black women? I think some men don't grow up with strong women in their life, right? You know, they don't grow up seeing, you know, women do more than just have to be subservient or have to work hard to feed the family. I think some people also, it's learned behavior, right? You didn't see your father or your grandfather or your uncles or anybody respect the women around them. They treated them
Amen.
like, you know, they treated them almost kind of like property, or you know, just like the help, instead of some communities where it is encouraged to uplift and to build and to show partnership and to show structure. I wasn't raised around weak or subservient women, and so I'm never a person who was ever going to try to
Thank you,
humble a black
Dana.
woman. If anything, I'm going to try to promote blackness just wherever I'm at. But I totally believe that a lot of black men do not grow up seeing the black woman
So you think
in a
you?
strong light.
So hold on. You think it's because like the women they grew up around wasn't strong enough that they are like that?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I believe that they didn't get to see them be strong women, right? You know,
No,
some
no, I would disagree with that though. That's the thing. Like the humbling is to knock you down the peg, right? To be
yeah.
told by a society that you're supposed to be above women, and then women have the audacity to be assertive. Then yeah, like that doesn't mean they haven't been around strong women. If anything, like if a woman was more docile, they wouldn't feel as challenged in their identity.
And so that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is because you don't, somebody may not have the picture of a woman is supposed to be able to check me, or a woman is supposed to be able to X, Y, and Z, then in their mind, when they come across it, I need to reduce this, or I need to remove or eliminate this because you are not supposed to feel like this. And I feel like some of that is learned behavior, and learned behavior does come from experience also.
Thank you, Marquina. Um, I think we disagree in some ways, but
Okay.
One is too much responsibility still laying on the women. But the thing is, the reason why black men want to challenge black women so much is because we traditionally don't fall into the stereotypical femininity ideal. There's a lot of ways we rebel from that, and it's like the lack of control. Like black men are obsessed with trying to humble us because they want to control us. So it's not the idea that the women are just docile and allowing whatever that's making them rebel the way the men are rebelling. It's the fact that women are showing strength, resiliency, and that they can do it on their own that's making them black men rebel the way that we're rebelling.
I
And
agree with you.
like it has nothing, it can't be anything other than projection, because although all men of all races and all ethnicities, nationalities are patriarchal, misogynistic, sexist, right? It's the way that the marginalized masculinity is presented in our community that's so egregious. Like it's very egregious. It's very like violent, but there's a correlation between low intelligence, low IQ, and violence. So that would make sense. Like that's all. I guess that's encompassed in the marginalized masculinity. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with Skywalker, and I kind of agree with everybody. I'm not gonna lie. It just depends on how you grew up, where you grew up, and what environment you were around. Like you said, it's a lot of ways men choose to humble women, but at the end of the day, some women are accepting of the humbling. You got to realize that as well too. Like some women were taught like,
but here's the thing
stick
about
it
that:
out.
when you the thing about saying it was just the way you grew up, right? We understand, like, I'm pretty sure everybody understands the way you grew up has an influence on you, but I think we give it too much credit, right? Because the reason why you have so many men who behavior is more aggressive towards women is because women have autonomy in a way we never had autonomy before, right? So like you can't have a generation of women who raise these men as boys who didn't have autonomy, and then they turn around and they want to like get back at the women because they're not acting like their mamas or whatever. Like it's more to do with the male ego, and that's not necessarily something about how they were raised around their family. That's an ongoing thing they have around like the way peers interact. For example, we have men. I know particularly one man who was on here. He first came to the app, a married man, was really progressive in his thought. He's down, like real down into the red pill sinkhole now. So like even those ideas they change and evolve. It's not this is who you stagnate you are because of your childhood. Like the thought process is evolving, changing one, and is these men learned that they were supposed to be above women in this society and they were supposed to dominate. And then here go these women being independent and doing things without men basically there to validate because the men not actually support, it's the women who support the men. And them lashing out violently and aggressively, that's not because of the way they was raised. That's because of shortcoming they got. Thank you, Melanie.
I can agree with that.
But that's why I said it's a byproduct of the marginalized like the marginalized
Yeah, I agree with that point.
misogyny. Like that's a byproduct. Like them being so low in the social hierarchy of masculinity creates like an adverse, like a what did I
Thank you,
say? What
Mello.
word did I say? It's like a very aggressive, violent, like response to black women in the community. Because I don't know, it's just like a learn, like they sunken so far in despair that the only thing they can do is punch at black women to get out their aggressive, like aggression. Like they hate the state of being that they're in. Like when it comes to masculinity, like that, it sucks. Like that's why they're always comparing themselves to black women, like consistently comparing themselves to black women. Like we were having a conversation about like health in the community and how people are overweight, like, or whatever. Why are black men comparing themselves to black women? Like, oh yeah, y'all more overweight than us. Why are you comparing yourself to us? To the
So
women?
are you talking about
why are you not comparing yourself to other men? No, I mean, black
Yeah, that
men and
they
having a
compete with
conversation.
us.
What'd you say?
Yeah, they're obsessed with competing with us, and that makes sense.
Yeah. They like black men
And the
make
weight
more
thing
money
is
than black
interesting.
women. Like y'all consistently like when you would think like as men in this society, like I would respect black men more if they compared themselves to other men, but because they can't compete with other men, they have to look at their numbers and they have to compete with black women and say, we beating y'all in this, we beating y'all in this, and we beating y'all in that. Of course, I know. Yeah, you are. Of course. We live in a patriarchy, duh.
It's
Why are
almost
you
as if
not why are you not comparing yourself to white men though? Like why are you not comparing yourself to Hispanic men? Why are Hispanic men on your heels? That doesn't make any sense that an illegal immigrant works harder than you. It just does not make any fucking sense.
Can I add
it's
a
like
comment?
Let user go, then you can go. Where user?
So I was reading the title, "Why Are Black Men Obsessed with Humbling Black Women?" And I just wanted to give my thoughts on that particular topic. I just feel like it's not always a negative thing, as far as black men being obsessed with humbling black women. Like I feel like a lot of women or black women may perceive that in a negative, connotation or
Could you give us
manner.
an
Like,
example of when it's not negative then?
yes, of course. Like I feel like women, we often view that as black men being jealous of our strengths, them wanting to control, like take over. But I actually view it in an opposite manner. I feel like black men may feel like, oh, black women, they know that we're smart, we're educated, you know, but at the same time, they see that being humble has a lot of strength, and it can
Hold
also
on, no,
benefit.
not being humble. We're not talking about being humble. You're saying that it's not always negative of them collectively trying to humble us. Being humble as a person is an independent choice. Someone trying to humble you is a more aggressive act. So I want to hear about.
I see where you're coming
And I'm
from.
confused. What kind of strength do you get from being humble? That's propaganda in order to keep black women in their place. Black women should not be humble at all under any circumstances. Fuck
Feel
the
like
fuck
maybe they feel like we
no.
can learn more from, being
Like
humble.
how?
Like we can
No,
That's
we
what I asked
can't.
you.
notice more things.
Hold up. That's why I asked you for an example. Give us an example where it's not a negative thing where black men are humbling black women. Like, give us
Like
an
I see where you
example.
guys are coming from, but I'm just trying to view it like in
No,
another perspective.
I'm trying to get where you're coming from. I'm trying to get your perspective. So, can you give us one example of when it's not a negative thing? This one.
Okay.
AT baby.
Like you want me to come up with an example
Yeah,
because
that's what you're saying.
um so let's say like you're just in a room, full of people
Hmm.
and there's there's like a situation that's going on and you
Like,
as
how,
a black
like what type of situation is going on?
let's
ABT
say
baby.
like a lady is like maybe furious, like mad at somebody, about
So, this a
something, and they're
black
just
woman
like
that's upset.
yeah, like we could say a black woman is
Okay.
upset.
Okay. Now tell
and
us how the man will
you
humble her.
and like a black woman, like let's say she wants to step in for that person, you know but and then a black man is just like, oh, doesn't want you to get involved, like telling you, to quiet down, or
Hold on. Do you?
like not get involved in the situation, and you feel like you got to stand up for that person,
So
not
is he
really
getting
like
involved, or is he quiet and he just telling this lady to be quiet?
like he's not getting involved, he's just telling you to
So
like not
you have a woman. I don't want to be clear. You have a woman who's standing up for herself because in some type of situation, instead of him coming in and try to mitigate, help mediate and resolve it, another third party try to come in. He's saying, "Oh, I'm quiet, and you be quiet too. Sit down. Let her handle that on her own." Is that your idea of humbling? I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to clear picture of what you're saying.
Not a woman standing up for herself, more so a woman like being. It looks like she's being attacked by someone, another female, a black woman getting attacked by another female. This could be any race. Now you see like a female is being aggressive towards a black woman, and the black woman is not saying anything, and you want to go and step in, and you're there with your partner.
Hold on, let me just stop you. Hold up, this example is bullshit. You're trying to tell us the good ways, because in your scenario, in this specific scenario, he's not protecting anything. He's not supporting anything. He's just sitting down, being quiet and being docile. So he's not humbling anybody. If anything, he's humbling himself. So like you're saying that it's not always a negative thing, but you can't convey one tangible, like one realistic example of like what it would look like if it wasn't negative.
Quiet,
no, you're sure. No, listen.
Wanting to get involved.
So, like for example, you probably need to be humble right now because your example is trash. And instead of you taking a second to collectively get your thoughts together, so you can make a coherent point for your own argument, you're like struggling, and it doesn't sound well at all. It's not coming out well at all. I
just feel like you're wanting to hear yourself.
Now I wanted to hear
you. Not really taking time to process what I'm saying, and I'm not forcing you to, agree with anything that I'm saying.
Hold on, real quick.
Hold on. Having to
Let's
understand because I've been, repeating myself.
Hold up. Hold up. If y'all think she made a good point, hit the smiling face emoji. If you think she failed and talk about how a man humbling a black woman was a good thing, hit the crying face emoji. I want to see something real quick because you're saying maybe it's me. I could be projecting, but let's see what the people who observe it thinking.
Somebody that wants
hold up. No, you can mute up and just like sometimes part of the process is just looking and observing. What's Specs? How you doing?
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
Oh, I can go ahead and speak. Oh, good afternoon.
I don't know why you would try to humble somebody when you don't like the idea.
Hold up. No, I'm giving you an example of humble. I just humbled you. See what I'm saying? And I didn't even have to do hard work. People did it in the comments. Like overwhelming people are saying you didn't do it. No. Why don't you see that as a positive thing? Me humbling you just now. Don't get aggressive. Take the lesson. I just humbled you with good cause. Have some self-awareness. I'm trying to protect you, man. Let facts go. We'll come back to you. Go ahead, facts.
What I'll say on this topic is that when it comes to the last decade, when it comes to black men humbling black women, sometimes I do see it as just pure envy. If you look at black women over the past 10 to 20 years, black women have been succeeding in abundantly. Black women are going to school. Like nowadays, when I go to get my checkups or anything like that, I see so many black female physicians. This is something that our mothers did not grow up with, our grandmothers did not grow up with. Black female physicians, not just nurses, actual physicians. You have surgeons. These women are buying homes. The neighborhood that I'm in, brand new. Majority of these people here, black women. To live in this neighborhood, so all of these women are making six figures. These women are mentally educated. They're emotionally educated. Black women are taking themselves to therapy. Black women know what to tolerate and what not to tolerate anymore. Black women are not settling. When it comes to marriage and children, they're not settling. Black men, and I don't feel like a lot of black men have caught on to that yet. Some of them still compare black women to their mothers. Some of these men are comparing black women to their mothers that suffered with their fathers. Or they compare black women to their mothers that were housewives and, they took care of the children and they didn't do anything. And They want black women to be second class. A lot of black men want black women to be second class. So it hurts them when they see black women doing better than them. It hurts them
I,
because for a long time, men were told, "Oh, they're the head of the household. Men are the breadwinners. Women need men. Women need men." Now the story has flipped. Women don't need men. Women are out here getting it on their own. You have women that are working in construction, aviation. They are in every single field, and a lot of black men cannot accept that. That's what I have to say.
I think I mean I agree we are making strides, but since it's the women
Okay,
on
what I have to say is, why are y'all so obsessed?
since it's the women on the
Whoa.
panel, I would say that I do think that us as black women, we do have some work to do, especially when it comes to how
I
we
can unmute
treat each
myself on this
other,
whole. If you don't like a black man,
Hey, you can
on
shut
how
the fuck up
do
though.
not talk to a black
Hold on,
man if
who
You
you don't.
can shut the fuck
who
up
crashing
though.
out?
Y'all
hold
Who
too
on,
crashing
fucking
out?
You
hype.
can shut the
Naya.
fuck up though.
Oh, you
Understand why y'all not even letting people
Hold on,
speak?
old
You
hold
can
up,
stop
speak,
fucking
hold
but
up.
let me finish. God
You're
you
damn,
not
you
old
gonna
sound
let
ass.
so
her
Hold
fuck
up.
ass speak. Is
angry.
you
Naya,
crazy?
calm
Hold
down.
on, Mello. Hold on.
You can go after she done, Naya.
On my motherfucking mama, bitch. If you don't,
Hold
Let
up.
her go.
if you
Let her
don't
You
like
want
a
to
go.
black
Let
listen
her
to
man, don't
go.
talk to
Alicia?
him, bitch. Stop crying on TikTok live.
Thank you,
Fuck is you
Of
talking
Monica.
about? We
what?
don't get no fucking
Or
you wrong
Hold
what?
with you
up.
fucking
No,
Mello, hold
let her,
Go
on.
take
let
care
her
of your
get it
fucking
out.
kids,
While
bitch.
she getting it out,
The
y'all
fuck
tap the
is wrong with this
screen.
hoe? Keep sitting out here trying to sit around like what the hell? Bitch, you sitting around here still fucking debating with a picture of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Bitch, you a regular hoe. You ain't no fucking Beyonce or no fucking Jay-Z. Girl, get the fuck off live, you old ass bitch. We don't give no fuck about none of that. And I had a friend that came up here, bitch, and you was talking shit to him, trying to mute him. Bitch, fuck you and your old
Oh, you
ass.
came here to
Fuck is you
protect a
talking about?
man?
You sitting right there all over your motherfucking page. You
A
got
man sent
black
you
men don't treat
here?
me right. Black men don't treat me
Barely
right. Bitch,
breathe.
you're a
Hold
mother.
on,
You got
Tara.
fucked by
She
a black
can't
man. He had to
breathe
treat you
going
right some type of way,
on.
Yeah,
didn't
she
he?
said one of the
Fuck
men
is you
sent her
talking about? Bitch, shut
here.
the fuck up.
Let her breathe. She
Talking about
can't
the gun. Get like
breathe.
get that shit on, bitch. If you don't like no black
What I'm
man, go
supposed
eat
to
some pussy.
do?
Where her
She's
pump at?
stuttering
Fuck
and
wrong with this
fumbling.
gold ass
Big
head gonna tell them
breathe.
TikTok love.
Big
What, bitch?
Where
breathe.
her pump at?
She
I
got
She
a
got a
see that
pump?
pump.
old asshole sit right there and do that shit again. Bitch, and had a friend come up here. You gonna
Ma'am,
try to
hit
like
the
you gonna try to sit right
asthma
here and talk shit to my
pump.
friend cause he a black man?
You got,
Hit the
you
asthma
got,
pump,
hold up. She
man.
got a violation. I want to know what man sent for her. She got her cap on.
Damn.
That's a nice cape you got on. That bitch is premium quality. God
That shit is
damn.
crazy. She really was sitting up. Y'all know, wait, hold on. To the people in the audience, I need y'all to understand something. Like, so y'all can have the full context of this. This lady has been sitting in the queue for about 25 minutes. I shit you not. I shit you not. Imagine sitting in the queue seething for 25 minutes. Like, she was like, I'm gonna get these bitches as soon as they let me up on the panel. I cannot wait. 25 minutes she was sitting in the fucking queue. You know how crazy that gotta be to sit in the
I'm
queue
sorry to
angry
cut
for
over
25
you,
minutes? Like, that
but
shit is crazy.
And the
I'm sorry
crazy
to
is the man who sent her wasn't able to humble her, so he sent her to do it. So that's insane. That's
somebody
some
had
insane
asked me a
labor.
question. They were like, "How can being humble ever be a good thing?" And I'm like, "But then
Mm-mm.
again, we got a picture of Jay-Z and Beyonce, and
What does that
I
have to
know
do with
Beyonce to be
anything?
a confident person. So is confidence not like? Is that not a
No, you
good
missed.
trait? Like, I
Hold
wouldn't.
up, hold up. No, you missed the context of the conversation in the beginning. We were talking about the fact that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, right? Um,
Oh,
and how
okay.
that was for her and her stardom and like where she at for him to do that, like is a humbling thing. Cause it's not like like it was like the thing of hiding. Like people were able to know who she was talking about, like what he's doing. Like that's a sign of disrespect.
I understand now.
Like, he cheated on her to humble her because Beyonce is fucking Beyonce. But like, the men try to humble
He's that
the
girl.
men try to humble us through Beyonce too. Because if you think about it, whenever black women like praise her, we give her flowers, we say like how very well she's doing. The men always gotta come with, she's not all that, she's this, like they
Like
don't.
they They say the same
They
thing with
use
like
Beyonce and
Megan
Jay-Z to
and
justify
Clay
cheating.
Thompson
They
too.
even when somebody
They be
cheats on
like,
someone, they're like, "Oh, even Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce."
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
So that would be a
Guys,
sign
the
of how they
black men
upset.
were saying that with
But the
Megan
reason
and Clay
why,
relationship, they were like, oh, it don't matter how much money you got. She has all these men. Like nobody want Megan.
but see this, and
And
this is the point this is our point I was making. So y'all, a lot of y'all may be familiar with the statistic of when it comes to interracial relationships, like black men and white women don't do well, and black women and white men do, and a lot of reasons because of how the power dynamics in our society work. Like, not saying I'm definitely not advocating for any group of men over whatever. I think they all trash, but the way they operate is different because black men don't have that much power. So, like for example, all the ways they have like treated Venus Williams and disrespected her. That white man she with will never embarrass her the way these black men embarrass black women. Because like the way they collectively uphold their power isn't the way that black men uphold their power. And that's just a reality we gotta like accept.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know that I got a timer going to see how long that lady stay in the queue. Naya, it has been back in the queue now for 3 minutes. She said I lied, so out of respect for her, I started a timer to see how long to the exact second she chooses to stay in the queue angry.
That's her in the queue in case y'all wanted to see it. She's sitting
All
there.
right. Naya House, 4 A's. We shall see how long she disrespects herself and stays in the queue.
So maybe the
Yep.
ball, that's who she caping for, the ball nigga.
Which one?
That was in the queue too.
I don't know. Somebody sent for her though.
Yeah, I think it was the ball dude. I'm telling you, because it was him. It was this nigga right here. He sent that
Oh,
lady
at
over
the
here.
top. Hold up, boy. You sent her over here. Boy, you sent her.
Oh, hold up. I got Mike. You said that I what?
Hold up. Are you?
You
Did you
said I
send
sent her.
Naya
Yes,
over
I did.
here?
Fat ass fucker, fat ass bitch, fat ass bitch. Fuck is
Oh.
you saying I did? Fat ass bitch.
Hold up. Hold
Come
up.
on,
They both
I
man.
did
been in
send
the
her.
Hold
Fat
up.
ass
queue.
go lose some weight.
Hold up.
Fat ass go eat a salad.
Hold
He
up.
Fat
been he was in
Hold
the
up.
queue
You gonna
too.
no, yeah, he gonna get a violation, but hold up.
What?
So he got his feelings hurt. You got humbled and your feelings got hurt. And you went and got that woman and she came with her cape to protect you. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all the reason why y'all want to humble black women is so they can be your protectors and your providers and the ones that support you. That shit is insane. Like that's very weak of you, sir. Aren't you sicking that lady
Like
on us?
they from the same trailer park or project.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking
Um
about?
And it's
Some
the
bad
elementary
breed.
school. It's
Whoa,
the elementary
whoa.
school freaking insults for me. That's how you know they're hurt. That's how you
Yeah.
know they're hurt.
In
go
the
ahead.
comments talking about Jay Z don't even know you.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
as if I didn't know.
okay.
Right. I wasn't
Oh,
aware.
okay.
Tanda, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I think that the reason for them trying to humble us because of the fact that we're just excelling and they just have low self-esteem. They have low confidence levels. So, I mean, we are like the most educated demographic. We can do, like the other lady said, we're buying our own homes. We don't really need them to make the world spin. In this patriarchal society, we still, as Black women, have been able to excel, and they're still in the same place. They have high self-esteem, but low confidence is what I meant. Low confidence meaning they don't have it in them where they we'll go to school and get 3 degrees and be, have all these initials behind our names and things like that. And they just, I feel like they just feel like they can't do it. And it's an act of jealousy. And they do something called, I've been seeing this on TikTok, something called negging, where they like say all these negative insults to you, but it's a joke. It's a joke. But what I really think they're doing is just trying to see how much they can get off. Like in real life, this is what they really want to say, and they're passing it off as a joke. Like, oh, you're not all that. You're like, ha ha ha. It's a funny joke, but it's not. So I just
Hold
really
up,
think
real quick. I agree with you. They neg all the time. Those are backhanded compliments. Real quick though. Lynn, what's the time stamp?
Oh, uno momento.
Thank you, Lachey. My bad.
It has now been 6 minutes and 42 seconds.
Okay, she's still in there. Maybe 10. Maybe you can hold out for the whole 10 minutes. I might let you back up. Who knows? You
So I have
committed.
questions regarding this topic. Thoughts that I was thinking about. I was gonna say, could black men humble black women because it's in their nature, or could they be doing this because it's something that's taught to them?
What do you mean in their nature? Like nature versus nurture type thing?
Like as far as if that's just like who they are, if they just have like a humble type of spirit, so then they feel like they have to humble others.
So no,
So you're saying it's somebody's nature to go around hurting other people's pride and ego?
No, I think she was asking though, but that's a more nurture thing, right? Like that's what all the propaganda is for. But I don't feel like they're more dominant over women. You gotta understand, we live in a male-dominated society that white men essentially are the ones who control a lot of the narrative, and the idea is that men are over women, they have more power than women, right? But we know in the black community it don't work like that. So they're getting conflicting ideas. They're getting this idea that they're supposed to be over women, and then they look at their reality and realize that's not the case. So they overcompensate, which is why they become hyper masculine, or like when Lynn was talking about marginalized masculinity. So it's definitely a more socializing thing. Even now, the reason why the number of like femicide and assault and stuff have gone up is because men are like retaliating against the fact that women have autonomy. That's why we see like them pushing for certain laws and more of them aligning with like right-wing conservative views is them trying to like course correct. Because they can't deal with the fact that, like, when the barriers are not put up, women going to outshine them every time.
As far as, like, how, like, black women can be perceived as, like, being more outspoken, more expressive.
Thank you, Amara.
But respectfully, user, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing. I don't think anything is wrong with that. But I feel like some men, maybe they weren't taught. Some black men weren't taught to like be as more expressive. Maybe they were taught to be more reserved, more quiet.
I don't think so, user. I'm gonna be honest with you. I disagree. I think black men were raised in the same households as black women, and they were taught the
I'm
same
not talking
thing.
about like physically, like more so like verbally. Like
no, I know.
Oh, okay.
I think that black men have the same ability to be orators, for lack of better words, right? Like they can speak, they have the same ability as us to communicate and to verbalize how we feel and to have an understanding of what we are going through in society and be able to speak against it, speak up against it, whatever the case may be. They have that same ability. They just don't prioritize it the same way that we do. And what we are saying as black women on this panel is that contributes to the problem. I don't think that black men have a lack of abilities. I think that black men have a lack of prioritization. Like they prioritize the wrong things. Like it seems like black men spend their whole life trying to be cool, trying to be seen as like the cool guy, the funny guy, like the popular guy, the guy that like they spend their whole life in high school, and that is a problem. It's a problem. I'm not saying they can't change or they can't do better. I'm just saying like that's something that they need to work on. And it's due to like low racial self-esteem, I believe.
Agree with what you said as far as them like not prioritizing it and them being able to have those same abilities as well. I do agree with that part. I did have another question. Do you believe like as far as the parents that they grew up with, any things like that would play a factor as far
So hold
as
up. So yeah, parents can definitely have an influence. Like we're not gonna downplay the fact that a household and all those things can definitely influence you. However, during the adolescent years, like it's normal for adolescents to rebel for their own personal identity, and the problems we see with them come less from their household and more from their peer group and them wanting to fit in with their peers. That's why we're seeing a lot of homosocial behavior because it's like I gotta fit in with the guys. I gotta like hold my mask up. They gotta see me as like a real man. But they're not doing that to like please their parents. Like a lot of times mothers get blamed, but honestly, how many men are actually trying to please their mothers in their 40s and 50s? That's not what's going on. They're trying to appeal to their peer group.
Naya has been waiting for 12 minutes and 15 seconds.
She's still gonna call you a liar.
Damn, Naya.
I want to see if she's actually still there, but at the same time, I don't want the time to go away. Like,
I don't know. Maybe Ball got out here.
person that said I got a lot of questions, like, are you mad?
About what?
What do you
The
mean?
comments was like she got a lot of questions. Like, I don't know if that person is mad or
Oh no,
something.
we're not responding to the
Oh, don't worry.
comments. In the comments.
Naya didn't
Um,
leave. I tried to bring her up, so it messed up. I messed it up, but
it's okay. Her and Ball somewhere talking shit about us. Shout out to them. That's what their Friday night gonna be. Um, damn. Not that black man called you to protect him. That's fucking wild. But kind of getting back to what we were saying in the beginning, like, it's this idea that like I was talking about, like even when it comes to like the romantic dramas. If y'all don't know, I watch like the Chinese C dramas for a lot of different reasons. But one of the things that's interesting is how like even though these romance stories are like fiction and not real, um, even in fantasy, like black women have to deal with um, this level of stress. Like we all grew up seeing what is that movie, Love and Basketball, and thinking like this was this sweet romantic movie, and then we realized how he was even humbling her. And it's just interesting because when I watch some of these dramas, like the men are like doting on the women. Like in the C dramas, they are doting on them, like they're obsessed. And it's like, why is it even in our fantasies when it comes to the like propaganda? Like we still got to deal with like
I'll say that love and
being humbled
basketball.
by men.
It's
Yeah,
because
so
of,
I
it's
don't
because of
know.
Tyler Perry.
because this isn't a new. Oh, go ahead, Mello.
No, I'm just saying, it's because of Tyler Perry. That's all.
No, it was happening before Tyler Perry. I just, for real though, Tyler Perry is just like contributing, but it's because it's been going on for a long time. If y'all think about it, if y'all see those videos of the black men and black women arguing, or not arguing, but having a debate and having a conversation from like the 60s or the 50s, the black men back then were saying the same thing as the black men say now, the exact same thing. It's a very, very affirming video to watch, right? Because you see that like you're not just tripping, it's been happening for decades. So the moment they got the ability to spread their own propaganda through media, they chose to utilize media in order to create the narratives that they wanted to create, which was, I'm going to create movies about the ideal Black woman to me, which would be a Black woman that I get to humble and get to drag through the mud. And then at the end of the day, I finally realized that I fall in love with her, and like, she's the one through me after I've done drug her, beat her, cheated on her, did everything to her. Ta-da, ta-da. But it's like, because it's been happening for years, they just got the ability to create the media, to create the fantasies and the stories that they wanted to actually see in real life. And it was effective. Like, Black women for a long time, I would say from like the 80s, the 70s, and on the early 2000s, were existing in a state of humbling and being in the shadow of the men. Like, we've only now began to realize we don't have to be in the shadow of men, and it lasted for one generation. If y'all think about it, they're already beginning to indoctrinate the younger generation of women into reversing their own liberation and their mindsets. Like, they've aggressively triangulated Gen Z and against the older generation of women. They've aggressively triangulated them. And Gen Z, a lot of Gen Z women have succumbed to it. I'm sorry, we've taken a step back. Like, we were moving forward, and that was through the progression of the mindset and the ideologies of Black women, but we definitely took a step back. It may not look like, childhood pregnancy and stuff like that, but as far as the mindset of Black women, the younger generation is split down the middle, and it's kind of like wavering.
Hold on, real quick, y'all. I think it's interesting. It's two dudes in the comments, I guess, trying to rationalize and cope. Talking about, like, we saying this, but essentially we bow down in it. Like, oh my God. The things y'all gotta tell yourselves is crazy. That's insane.
A lot of men think it's very normal for them to do that. They think it's normal. They think it's absolutely like necessary for them to humble us. It's insane.
But even in that scenario, like, they can't actually humble us. So the fantasy of like, in a different context, like we are being humbled. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's interesting, because it's like, clearly in this space we're not being humbled. So in his mind, he got to be like, it's fine, because, even though I can't humble him now, it's some nigga where they at humbling them in real time. Like, that shit is fucking sorry.
Yeah, like, you got to think about it. Like, they make Black women, they try to make Black women feel bad for wanting materials, for wanting to travel, for wanting an education. They say, y'all just want to get the white man education. Y'all just want to get the white man education. Like, hello?
My favorite is, okay, big money.
That's not even humbling. The humbling part comes in, why do you want to travel? Why do you need to travel? Why do you need new purses and stuff like that? Why can't you live a simplistic life? Why can't you be more simplistic? Why do you need to get your hair done? Why do you need to get your hair done? You need to wear you need to wear your real hair is code for, I don't have the money, and I don't want you to spend money on actually getting your hair done the way that you want to. I want you to be the kitchen woman. Like, look like you just came out of the kitchen like Aunt Jemima. Like, you can't be the type of woman who dress up and like require nice things. Like, no. Why do you want luxury as a Black woman? Why do you think you deserve luxury as a Black woman? You shouldn't want purses. You shouldn't want bags. You shouldn't aspire to want nice cars and a bigger home and a education. Like, no, fuck that. Continue to be at the bottom of society. Why as a Black woman would you not want to? Why are you wanting to uplift yourself in every way?
If they had it that way, I'm telling you, if they could have it that way, we'd be walking around with burkas on, like a burqa, and confined, like you said, man, confined to the home.
Handmaid and style.
They just don't want black women to love themselves in general, because even the funny thing, like what's funny to me is even when you brought up the hair situation, a lot of men be like, oh, I don't want a woman who gets her hair done all the time, or she cares about her nails and her lashes. Well, even that woman who wears her natural hair, a natural hair girly does not mean she doesn't spend money on her hair. She still has to share, even her shampoo, her conditioner, her deep conditioner, her hair mask, trims, like those things cost money as well. So even then, they'll be like, oh, why are you getting your nails done? Why are you getting your it's like they don't want women to love themselves. So it's funny to me when they say stuff like that, because it's okay for you to go get your hair cut every single week. It's okay for you to go out with your homeboys. It's okay for you to get your little pedicures. It's okay for you to do all those things, but let a black
Fact
woman do
it
it. It's a problem.
But facts, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a problem that you explaining it and you rationalizing it. Like when you say like, "Oh, you get your stuff done by your homeboys. You want to do it too." Like you did it. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter
you
if he
defending.
walk around look like a bum and he is the bummiest nigga in the world. Like, and that's what he can live off of twigs and like salads. Like, if that's not what I want to do, that's not what I want to do.
No, what I'm saying is that it's okay for them to. They make it okay for them to do
But
it.
it don't
But
matter if it's okay for them to do it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
what
once
we
you're
want to
not supposed to
do.
defend yourself. Yeah, once you defend yourself, you lost the battle. That's the thing, because that's the whole point of the negging. Like to put you in a position where you feel like you gotta like justify what you do and like in the comparison, because like we know they compete, but like we can't stoop down to that level. So them trying to take that route is like whatever, dude. Like because the thing is, in some ways it shows that it's like a dagger and actually means something to you. But like I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to defend, because what you're saying like has no weight on me. Like you like the guy who be sitting on the bus stop talking to himself. I'm just going to keep it moving.
It's like they're so jealous of black women's bounce back that they just have to keep pulling them back, but it just won't happen. Just keep being jealous.
It'll
That's
never
not
happen.
stop.
What's up, Foxy?
Hey y'all, what's up?
Hey.
I feel like they want to keep us humbled. They want us humbled because of what we represent, what we stand for. A woman, beauty, respect, and to be honest with you guys, men are dominant, but women are superior. It's a big difference. The way things were is not the way they was ever supposed to be. Women are finding a place. They're getting in their position now. And men are seeing that. And they can't stand it because they're out of place. You don't try to keep something buried that's not worth nothing. Women are we're priceless. You understand? We're priceless. And everything is coming to the forefront now. And they can't stand it. Can y'all hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can. We
Okay.
can.
Okay. I heard somebody saying yesterday on the prompt, there was these men and women, and I was so hurt, so disappointed. Why do women think they supposed to dress like this, sexy, and what about the virtuous woman? And I was just listening. I'm like, oh my God. They try to call them 304. I don't have a problem with women dressing sexy. Now I wouldn't dress like that at church. You know what I'm saying? In certain
But
places.
that's the thing though. Like I was saying about the defending don't make sense, right? Because for any man to call women 304s when they have no standards when it comes to their bodies, like it doesn't make sense to even argue that.
And I
Like
feel
when
like
they talk about to get in a conversation with a man where you talking about anything about body count, and this man literally would like put his dick in anything wet in a certain shape, like it makes no sense to do that.
right. but they was trying to. They mainly was trying to talk about the way she dressed. I wouldn't
Cause
want
they
my daughter,
gay.
but I realized what I realized in that conversation. I said, and I was typing down. I said, "Y'all jealous of women, and you other women that's dogging." I said, "Well, what about the roles that men play in the in the fatherless all this?" No, but we ain't talking about me. We ain't talking about me. We talking about women. And I said, y'all, and your haters are women that do look like that. I want women to dress beautiful and you can still be a virtuous woman. And then that's gonna make them be even more envious of you.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand the whole virtuous woman thing.
Well, they don't want no woman that's been sleeping around and all that.
Yeah, I'm saying
That's what they
like,
call wife material. But you have the wife, right? And she's all plain Jane, this and that, and then you go out with the woman that you dogging out and tip out on your wife for her. So it's really it ain't how do women win in that situation?
yeah. So the mistake was fucking with a man in the first place. That was a mistake. That's all she fucked up on. What's up, Facts? What you want to say? What lie you want to tell?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me up here.
Anytime.
I would say the reason why BOK men are
Thank you, Jam.
with humbling black women, just the ones that are arrogant, just the ones that are full of pride, spreading misinformation, and they kind of get besides themselves. So other than that, most black men want to uplift black women most of the time.
Where do you get that from? Most black men want to lift up black women. You guys.
Where do I get that from? Can you rephrase that question?
Where do you see most black men uplifting black women?
Oh, easy. In the community.
What community? Where? Point it out so I can go.
All the communities I've been to. I'm from New York to California,
New York.
Midwest, Ohio,
New York.
Mississippi.
They don't uplift black women in New York. I'm from New York. I've seen it. That's not true.
So, what part of New York are you from?
Hold on. We ain't got to hold up, Mello. We ain't got to go to New York. He gonna do it because he don't uplift black women. He the guy. Like we ain't gotta go nowhere. We just stay right here.
You right.
And why did you say women they get beside themselves? How do we do that? How do we get beside ourselves?
Just gossip, spending too much time on social media, not worried about your nutrition. There's so many things that I can get into and how you get beside yourself.
That's not really saying nothing. What did you mean when you said black women were arrogant?
Well, you just proved my point right now. I said a mouthful, and you said that's not really saying nothing.
Yeah, because how is that arrogant?
You're being dismissive. That's
dismissive is not arrogant.
That's why BLK men want to humble women like you, because you're just too dismissive.
Wait. I need to clarify. Black women want to humble a woman particularly like myself?
What?
Or women in general.
Say that again.
Oh, okay. No, I just want
No. Say what you just said again.
Do black men want to humble a woman particularly like myself?
Okay, describe yourself to me, and then I'll let you know.
I'm a master's and lesbian, if that makes sense.
You're a what?
No, hold on, Mello.
You probably don't even know that.
Hold on, Mello.
I couldn't hear what she said.
Hold up, real quick.
Yeah.
Why describe yourself at all? Like what? No,
like
right. He just yapping out of his mouth.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold up. Go ahead, box head ass. Your name is hilarious.
I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate that.
It's Smarty Pants. I ain't changed my shit
Just
to
watch
that.
your mouth.
What up, bitch? Go down and say I get what you talking about.
I know. Ain't nobody for you.
It's Smarty. But I ain't changed my name. My nephew had my phone. But to answer the prompt, like a lot of these men be insecure with themselves, and they get. It seems as if they get like a thrill of humbling us as black women for whatever reason, because they be insecure with themselves. Half the time they don't measure up. They like we stepping on them. I ain't gonna lie. Like us as black women, how well we are doing and performing as far as in how we make our own income. We don't half the time need their leadership. We don't need their leadership. We can do things on our own. We can provide for ourselves. So the basic things that they think that makes them a man, women are outperforming in doing it. And we're proving that we don't really need them. We're just choosing to be with them if it's necessary. And they don't like that. And it gives them less leverage and power. So they have to feel that they have to try
Exactly.
every way to humble us. Excuse me, sir? What was that?
Hold up,
Don't
does
humble you.
BMO stand
That's
for
the
bad man Odo?
I
I
thought
don't
that
know,
stood
but
for
he
break me
interrupted me
off.
while I'm speaking. You feel me? You just got on the panel and I'm not even done
you.
talking. I don't give a damn. I'm
Yeah.
talking. So when I'm talking, I think you should mute your button while I'm
Hold on,
speaking.
go ahead, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, like I was saying, they feel the need to humble us because we outdoing them. We outdo them in their own supposedly leadership role. We making shit happen every single time, whether we have kids or not. We make it happen for ourselves and our families, and we take good care of our children. We do everything we supposed to do. Everything they claim that makes them to be a leader, which is basic responsibility, be basic shit. And they be just saying, oh, I'm a man. Bitch, everything you describe as masculinity or as leadership are basic things that women are capable of doing, and we do it and we outperform you. Okay? And that's I land. That's my point.
Thank you.
Real quick, Tara, before you go. Because I had thought about something I wanted to say earlier. With Beyonce, when she was first starting and up and coming, it was, I think it was like Redman, some of them rappers, they was on the red carpet. I forget what event it was. And they were trying to purposely show her toes. And I know y'all like, oh, this is crazy. But they was like trying to make a point about her feet, and she a dancer, so I'm assuming like they wasn't like the best or whatever. And the way in which they kept trying to get the camera at this big event where she was like coming into her stardom, and they like, oh, you still fine, but, and they was trying to get the camera to see her feet, and she was like kind of doing this dance to avoid it. I don't know why that moment stick out to me when I'm listening to like the conversation, but it's stuff like that. Like it's the way in which Black men have always been our arch nemesis. Like they always are doing weird shit. And I don't know why I just randomly thought of it, but I just did. And I don't know. It's just a prime example. It wasn't a white man, it was a Black man who's a rapper doing that to a young up and coming Black girl from Texas, where they're from. I don't know if they from there, but you know what I'm saying. Go ahead, Tara.
No, I agree. Like if you think about like like even like having like princess status or something like that, like it's weird that they even say the word like king, because like they could never, because like the idea of like a Black woman being held on a pedestal and people looking at her a certain way, they can't handle it. Like yeah, so of course they're gonna try to embarrass her on a large stage like that, because like she gotta feel like in her mind she can't be feeling like she all that. They too insecure for that.
Can I add to you, Tara? Like, here's a kicker. Like, they be wanting to be considered themselves as kings when they really don't have king-like power. You really don't have any type of leverage or power within your own community to actually bring about change in reality. So how could you consider yourself a king when you don't have that kind of power or authority? The white man oppresses you. They imprison you. You do nothing to bring about any change in your community, but then you want somebody to look up to you as a king or a leader. You don't have no money. You don't own shit. You don't own nothing. You don't vote. You don't do shit. And you want somebody to see you as a leader? You're a joke. And then they get mad at me, people like me, Smarty, for saying shit and being honest. They get mad at me and Tara and everybody else who's honest and upfront, because you're not a king. You don't own shit. You don't own land. Your credit's bad. You're in jail. Your reading and comprehension skills are at a 3rd grade level. Man, Tara, I used to make niggas read a paragraph out loud, because that tell me everything I need to know about your slow ass. And they get in these chats.
Yeah, actually, it's not the reading; it's the comprehension, though. Like
Exactly,
you got
that
him
too.
read it and explain.
Exactly, and they don't know how to do that either. And they don't know how to do that either. And when you bring them up on the panel, they can barely articulate their thoughts. So that should tell you everything you need to know. But they are king, right?
I was
Eileen.
them
Yeah,
peasants.
let's do an.
Oh, sorry.
Let me show y'all an example. Go ahead, BMO.
Why are black men? I don't think we're obsessed with humbling black women. I just think you guys are hypersensitive for obvious
How
reasons.
so? How so?
You got to deal with an oppressive America as well. You have to deal with a lot of negative connotations that make you lash out at us for crazy reasons.
Hold
Like
up.
that, I would never speak of anybody in my community the way that she just did. You know what I mean? But I don't know her life,
But
so
then you,
and I didn't.
but
I don't
BMO,
know her
you was in the
experiences. So.
comment. Hold on, you was in the comment circle checking with that guy about like us being humbled in person now. Like because
What
you saying you
specifically
would
are you talking
never,
about? I
but
said
yeah,
I would
you
never
was circle
what?
checking with him in the comments. So you would.
So what
You
did I
would
say in
do
the
it.
comments? What did I say in the comments?
Not the
Because
gaslight.
I would love to clarify.
Okay, so you call somebody a beta. I absolutely love that women hate us
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
nowadays.
oh yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on, hold
Okay,
on, hold on,
yeah.
hold
I would
on.
definitely talk them
Fellas,
into
hold
that.
up. Fellas with the smiley emoji. Observe, don't engage, even though you up here. The
Yep,
white ones do it too, just in a different way.
yep,
Just so they can complain. You've been nagging at us and you come up
yep.
here but like you ain't been doing all that. So what are you saying
Okay.
now?
I now understand how you guys' brain works. That's a total diversion. That's totally off the topic. So,
No.
like,
You asked no. You asked what you said, and you contradicted yourself because you was like I said. Y'all, I don't know why y'all think y'all can talk and say whatever you want in the comments, and then come up here and it's like a fresh new start and
I
a
thought
do
I was
over.
answering the prompt, and you just said
No.
you just literally said before you was like, let me. I was trying to be quiet. I was just
So
listening, and
how were
I
you?
wanted to
How
like
would
drop
you?
in.
Hold on.
You called on me.
So when you type fellas with the laughing emoji, what was you trying to
Yes,
convey?
I was trying to convey guys listening, but taking everything with a grain of salt and observing and hearing what you're saying and not combating. Like the guy that got up here was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch, and all that. Yeah, that energy is ridiculous. That's beta energy. You hear you
Why
guys,
did you?
and that's,
Why did you put
you know,
observe, don't engage?
because
Why did you?
even though you
And
feel
then
Asian
and
now,
then why was you engaged? Go ahead, we
I'm
listening.
not. I'm just observing. Um, this is in your way of engaging, but it can be.
This
I'm
signal
just
fucked up.
having a conversation with the. Do you know
I'm
what
just saying
nuance means?
you
Ooh,
were
my fault.
saying no, you were circle jerking with the men and you said observe, don't engage, and then you came up here to say what? Like I'm confused about how you say you're not the guy who would do the thing. You're doing the thing and then come up here trying to be a different person. Like stand on what you
I'm
believe in,
not
sir.
necessarily engaging. If it's what you want to do, you see where that's
So
going.
what are
You
we
see where this is
complaining?
going.
So you
I'm
said
going.
just so we can complain. What are we complaining about? Since you want to minimize us, what are
You
we
could
complaining about?
bad choices. The bad choices
Hold on,
that
I
y'all
can't
make
talk to you
that
for
make you
real. Hold
talk
on, I can't
about
talk to you. Hold
our
on,
our.
real quick. You gotta fix your signal. Can't talk to
Understand
you for
what?
real with one ball.
Okay.
Tara.
Okay, well,
Huh?
can you hear me now?
No, no, you still got one
Or
ball. Hold up. What you say, Drika?
I was just saying, they was lying about the video, but I got the video. But he can try to talk because he's
Hey, you start with
struggling.
it?
Hold on, what video?
What
I'm
Method
not.
Man did to Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
I had another question. You said I was trying to tear a
Yeah,
black man down. Like you said I
that's a
was just.
horrible weapon too.
You said I was tearing them down when I was actually telling the truth. There's a difference. I tell the truth. Y'all
That's
don't
your
own
truth. That's
resources. Y'all
really
don't
okay.
listen. No, sir. No, sir. What black bank? Do you own a black bank? Do you know anybody else who owns anything?
Drika, let me
Do
know if
you
you
own
want to pull
land?
it up.
Do you own a hospital?
Oh, I can pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick because I gotta mute in a second.
Exactly.
Yo, and real quick to Drigga's point, I've taken ballet and I've watched movies like Center Stage, and the only folks that was talking about them women's feet was the women. So I get what she's saying totally.
This was Method Man. This was a man talking about this
Yeah.
nigga. Hold on.
No, I know. I'm saying like
Yeah,
in
just let
ballet,
me know.
like
I'll
he
put
was
you on the
only
big
using the
screen.
women.
But
I don't like the
that's
food.
what I'm saying. Like
It's food,
Lynn
man.
made that point
Oh wait.
earlier. Hold up. Lynn made the point earlier how they compete with us. That's what I'm saying. Like they don't compete with other men. They compete with the
There's
women,
literally nothing to
which is
compete
why
with
they're
you
obsessed
on.
with.
Like you
Hold up,
don't
mute up,
do
so we're gonna
anything.
watch this
Y'all
video
sit
real
on your
quick.
ass all day.
Hold up. Hold up. We'll talk about how you gain this
Like y'all.
information. Um. Mm.
But look at the camera. Look how they doing the camera.
She a draw with nice feet. Fuck are you talking about?
That's not what they were trying to
You
portray though. You're slow.
you a dummy, but
She was. She a
yeah,
pretty
definitely
woman. She a
trying to
beautiful
embarrass
woman. They was
him.
trying to give her.
Like it's like
Yeah,
as a
whatever.
dancer, after all of that hard work that she does, the only thing you want to talk about is her feet because
Perverted.
that's not pervert.
No, they trying to
What?
get buried. But this the thing. This what men do, and it's just need to be noted the ways in which that these men are constantly trying to humble women, and that's an example on a large scale. That's an example on a large scale with somebody who has the type of fame that Beyonce have and the talent that she have that they'll do that. So imagine how Method Man is with the women in his life. Like, just think about it. Like,
Exactly.
think about what he do. That's why I think it's funny when men be trying to make it seem like women are cruel.
This man has
Hold
been
on,
married to the
hold
same
on.
woman
Hold
since
I
he
think
got
up.
it's
on. What are you
funny
talking about?
that men try to make it seem like women are cruel with their voice, with their language, and like women do things. No, that's what men do. Men will say something to you once everybody's in the room. A man to be sitting next to you with, and you can have something, your lunch on your mouth, and he won't say nothing until it's a whole bunch of people around. Like I've done seen where men, like, you could be with the man, and let's say it's a pretty woman who gives you a compliment as a woman, you gonna have a rough night, ma'am. let a nigga be eyeballing some pretty woman, and then she walk up to y'all smiling, or she gives you a compliment about your outfit or whatever, and like really just pay him dust. Oh, he gonna give you a rough night. I didn't experience that. That's coming from out
You know,
the personal right there.
they also did it to what's her name, Pinky, the corn star.
Yeah.
Like the way they obsessed about, like the crazy part is they're mad because they desire her, and now that like she's older, life been life, and they want to like humble her in her later years. Like that's the thing about the humbling. Like if he can't do it now, he'll circle back in a decade or two and try to find some type of flaw you got that didn't humble you. But the mere fact that they don't like her because they desire her, which is insane.
Diabolical.
But here's the
There
thing
was
though,
a
Tara, like the ones who be trying to humble a motherfucker be looking the worst. They be old, fat, out of shape. They be looking just ridiculous, and they be always trying to humble somebody and looking bad, bro. That's the
Because it's an
crazy
insecurity.
part.
That's the point. It's because it's an insecurity.
The
there
main
was
ones I
a
see is always the old niggas. Like they fat, they got a stomach, they got like they built like a pig or like a refrigerator, bro. Like and they quick to come. That's why I don't hesitate, bitch. I ain't finna hold nothing. I'm unapologetic when it comes to like snapping at these niggas because it's like every single time women they always want to come for us in every shape, way, or form. So it's like I don't hold back nothing, and neither do you, Tara. And that's what I like too. Get on their ass. I land.
there was a TikTok video about that young lady that's on that show Love Island, the light skinned curly hair, and the video was about how she was so attractive that dudes just wanted to humble her. Like they didn't even want to approach her, that they were attracted to her so bad that the only need they had was just to humble her instead of actually approaching her on correctly.
And I feel like that's what P. Diddy did to Cassie. You know, she was a beautiful woman. She came down there, you know, over there to make albums. I think she made her only did one. Where's the other nine? And you see what he put her through. And she was young.
It was so crazy. What I was thinking about earlier today, Like, I was thinking about men who like get mad at women for having standards, like when they don't want them at their lowest. Like when women don't want to date a man at their lowest, men get so angry and resentful towards us. Like when we don't want to date them at their lowest. And then if they finally do come up, they have such hatred towards women. Like it's like they want to get back. And that's like I recommend men don't date no nigga who is broke that come up. Because they all they harbor is nothing but negative ass energy and anger. They always want to play get back. You can hear it in the music that they be making. Oh, every woman that ain't want me, now I got them now. I'm effing all the bad bees now, and they treat them like trash because they felt like ish when they ain't have it together, and then the woman rejected them. That's the crazy part about niggas though. They get so angry for women having standards too, and not
And
want to
it
deal with them at their lowest. That's crazy.
and it's crazy. It's almost like they know they ain't shit, so it's like they punishing you for realizing they wasn't shit, but still helping them.
Oh
Like they want
my
to punch you after.
girl.
Like it's
What?
weird. Like dude, like you knew
Yeah,
I
that
wasn't shit.
is
Why
a
you help me?
thing.
Like
That is a
dude,
thing.
Thinking about this, and I was gonna say,
So like
I
that's
feel
hold up real quick,
Crazy.
but hold up, that's the thing, like, cause I think a lot of women generally think then they doing a good thing. Are you helping a man out? He's going to be resentful, and in his mind, once I get on my feet, I can't wait to get rid of you because, like, the fact that you was willing to accept him at where he was at, like, it's like, oh, you're not good enough. That's what I'm saying. They want the women who don't want them. They literally say that, which is predatory, which is essentially leading to rape. But essentially, like the whole thing is like wanting them, caring about them, doing anything for them is not. It's not appreciated. It's not seen as a way. Like I know a lot of women think, oh, if somebody did this, I will appreciate it. But no, they're entitled. They feel like I'm that nigga, and I got this one. She a dummy. She doing this work for me, and when I get X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna get another one to do it. Because they view their partnerships with women like video games, like it's like different levels, which is insane. Because when you even think about potential, like women can't have potential. You got to be who you are right now because he's utilizing you as a resource. But he can have all the potential because in his mind, he gonna be a billionaire one day.
Even when
I was
but
just
I've
gonna say,
seen
I
men,
feel
even when they
like
are on their shit, they still treat women like shit too. I've seen it because they harbor resentment. They still treat another woman like shit just because
Yeah.
somebody rejected them a long time ago or because they couldn't get the female that they want. Now you want to harbor resentment. Oh, she didn't want me when I was at my lowest. She didn't want me when I was broke. So now I'm finna treat these hoes like shit because now I got money now. I got me a car now, and I think I'm on my shit, and I think I'm that nigga now. Like, bro, that's why I would recommend just don't deal with a nigga like that. Don't deal with a nigga broke. Just don't deal with a nigga when it broke that come up. Don't just fuck it.
Let me.
Rich
I
niggas
don't.
evil
black
Don't
men
too.
are
deal.
obsessed
Don't
with
deal with him at
humbling.
all. But hold
Yeah,
up. Hold up,
rich
Exactly.
niggas
y'all.
evil too.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. It is me. It's always me. Let me help y'all. I'm past the 2 hour mark, and I need a break. I will say this: I am doing a sub only live on Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The topic is subtle ways that women experience misogyny in today's world. If you're interested, just keep that in mind. We'll talk next time though, because I'm gonna wrap this up. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye bye. Hold on, what you want to say, user? Go ahead. You gotta make it quick though.
I was just gonna say something real quick. I feel like black men are obsessed with humbling black women because they don't view them as their equal. Like they always gonna feel like they're more superior to black women.
So let me explain something to you. That may seem like what it is on the surface, but someone only humbles somebody or want to knock somebody down the peg when they see them more elevated than they are. So they may say that with their mouth and their actions, but subconsciously, the reason why they're trying to knock you down the peg is because they see you above them. So it's not because they see you below. That's what they want. That's what they want you at. Because if a person is truly below you, why are you going to go through so much work to let them know they below you? It's because you see somebody excelling and you want to make them feel like they behind you. So you got to actively do things to like chip away at
They
that
don't want you to
self-esteem.
feel like you're,
Hey, Ann, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna end this shit. But thank you for coming up.
the
I upload
topic
to
and the slide
YouTube.
was pretty good.
Yeah, come back. I'm gonna upload the live on YouTube. It'll probably be on there like tonight or tomorrow. If y'all want to find my YouTube, it's in my bio, Terra.js. I put most of the lives on there because I ain't did it in a couple days. But all right, y'all. Bye bye.
Bye.